Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So, Cabaneri, this show, man, it hurts. It likes to just punch you in the face, okay? And by punch you in the face, I mean it likes to take everything you know and everything you love and or starting to love and shove it in your face and tell you it's all gone now. Like I honestly thought we were going to be seeing a lot more of um, the just the full build of who these people are or what these people are about, stuff like that. But no, no, of course not. After this baby is pretty much born, that's about it, like that's as much as you're gonna get from the overall scenario from what they can teach each other of how it feels to be human, what's the great things about being human and stuff like that. And to think that we are going to be seeing more and more of like probably tragic stories like this, it sucks because some of these people, if they didn't have these things happen, they would probably be completely different. Um, but it happens, and with Guy and Francine, and mainly the grandpa, we are seeing dramatically different people in the end game. So to start with, we have um, the guy in the animatronic, which I thought it was very cool that they went ahead and brought three types of race together in this week's episode and this week's back and like the backstory to truly show us like human feelings and just to show them overall that they are practically the same, but they're fighting for the wrong goals. At the end of it all. So to know that we're barely getting all of, oh my god, what the heck is that? We're barely getting any of the stuff that we're going to probably see in the future. It's nice to know that we'll easily know the difference between who is the good and who is the bad, because I mean even at this week's episode, they pretty much proved to us that at times Francine probably had no control over these animatronics, and they just started traveling on their own. But it is still her fault in general because she is, she's just one of the people that are probably helping emphasize that overall, nature of the beast type of deal. Like you are going around looking for the stone still, just like how they are. So, what makes you any different from the people who are pretty much after Eleanor, and come to find out that is who is going to hold the overall stone, which this soft stone is the thing that was capable of curing the disease that, oh my god, I'm doo doo. The disease that is holding them to laugh and pretty much be immortal in their own way, which kind of sucks to see because in their way they're tortured the whole time. They're suffocating and stuff like that. For the animatronics, they're just not actually alive. But for the Shimigamis, who the people who have to drink that, or have to get some way that antidote in their body, they are the ones who I feel like suffer quite a bit, simply because we see them fighting these animatronics. They have to live with, if they didn't have their family and friends take this stuff, they have to then live with the fact that um, they are alone in the instance of, hey, if I really want my um, my real family to be back and not just the people who are suffering as I'm suffering, um, you can't because it's too late for them, or you might not have the means to do that. So because of all that, you get this whole opposition of they have so much, like the grandpa, for instance. His wife was one of them, and because of what happens with this overall story, she's gone for good, and that's something they probably both didn't know at the given time. Sorry, I haven't played this game in a while, but to think that we see all of these people in the same room and enjoying the same life that was created is probably the best moment overall, because we just get to see humans reacting with people that they probably never thought they could, and an animatronic that never thought she would understand anything, uh, how a human would feel. So you get these really cool narratives like that, and I thought it was probably one of the better parts of the story that we were getting. Like just the Francine and Guy kind of reaction, because Guy wasn't there to see her pretty much get taken out, or to see like her end at the overall last battle. So to think that they had any type of relationship, and somehow, some way, he really kind of never knew she was alive. It's a weird outcome, in my opinion. It's like they could have oh man, I did not mean to do that. They could have easily let this man see her again, and it would have been all good, but no. They're just like, yeah, she's dead now, buddy. Oh my god, I just wanted the backpack. But yeah, we are in a pretty dark zone when it comes down to seeing the overall end game of where this was fully going. We see Guy pretty much lose, the woman that he finally started to call mom, and finally started to see her as a role model. And that was all due to just, the birth, even when, she should have been the one to get out of there, she stayed and fought, so it made me think that when worse comes to worse, if she knew she couldn't get away as fast as someone else, or as uh, get away and be able to do things that she needed to do to protect her daughter, she wanted someone else to do it. And that's what comes down to Francine answering this door, knowing these animatronics are coming for the soft stone, and wherever she is, she's probably the closest to finding it, if not already found it. So by just showing up here and pretty much trying to put an end to, their relationship, or their overall encounter with each other, it was pretty dark, man. Like, Francine tries to actually just say, stop, don't do this. If you try to do this, I will, I'll be angry, and you should follow my lead and stuff, which, now that I'm thinking about it, makes a lot more sense why they were so better controlled towards the battle, because she probably never wanted this to happen again. They pretty much disobey. They just go in and, really, bro? And do it anyway, so not only are they showing us that they don't really care what she has to necessarily say, and that they can pretty much do whatever they wanted to at this point of the story. And because of that, it makes them a lot more scary, because it feels like they just chose, the opposite of what she was saying. Like, don't do this. They're like, no. And completely go in, trying to find this soft stone, just attacking everybody in the house, which of course puts the grandpa on alert, and Guy, who are two really good fighters. So I'm like, all right, this should be a decent fight for them, even though they have way less like stuff for them to just fight with overall. Of course, Guy and the grandpa are holding him off for a while, but all of a sudden, man, they just start losing, and I forgot about the liquor. And it sucks because I kind of had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. I just didn't think it would be um, the overall ending of his wife, and not so much Guy witnessing the worst thing possible. You know what I mean? So with Guy witnessing all of this, I feel like he is a true one to be worried about, because not only was he actually hired to kill the kid when for some reason Eleanor was told to save him. You see where like the story is getting kind of convoluted, because she comes looking for the kid, right, to protect him and live her life that way of protecting him. So what all of a sudden makes Guy, who is the one who is like taking care of her at the end of it, what all of a sudden makes him like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him, you know? And it's the grandpa. It's for some reason probably their way of playing them hook, line, and sinker to see if he was already bad. And Guy wasn't with them when Eleanor, reaches the kid. So for that to be the case as well, it makes it seem a lot like, hey, because she got there by herself, they didn't go good cop, bad cop, and he got to just live a good life there. Because if you notice, for some reason, he just wanted to up and leave the day that Guy gets there, and the times that Eleanor is straight up taking care of him because he's injured and she knows him. That felt weird to me, that that's just what he all of a sudden wanted to do. I'm like, wait, what? So that's one thing that kind of caught me off guard, and I think it's another thing that really gave away that there was something missing from this overall story. Where is this liquor, man? And I think, I really think that what we get from, oh, there it is. What we get from here on out is going to be pretty obvious who might have to, go against their own family and stuff, and that's going to be Eleanor. She's definitely going to be left in a decisions position to go against, her own father, who wants to destroy now the kid that we've been trying to see make it through all of this, and he's going to have to choose to figure out where his dad is or something along those lines, and you know stay himself because the kid at this point has not had his memory all messed with and stuff. So to think that that's his only saving grace has to suck, man. It's gotta suck. And I think that's the best part of this week's episode, was just the fact that we get to see where everybody's at, and right now everybody seemingly is in very, very different mindset. And not to mention the overall battle with Guy and the grandpa. We learned that the blood of the Shimigami being on swords is like a threat to their life. Like, it actually hurts the animatronics, is also good information for the son who's watching, all of the, or he's the grandson. He's watching all of this stuff happen, and he's learning from it. And I think either they're going to continue this backstory through Guy and just continue all the way up to where we get the final conclusion to how and what was going on with them together, and then how they split up, and then it probably kicked back off. So we're really close to getting back to the main story, and should be set. But if they want to explain just who the heck the dad is and where he might be, that would also be quite nice, if I do say so myself, because at this point the father is the most alluded to person right now in this, and I feel like that's all done for quite a interesting reason instead of it just being a coincidence. So we'll see at the end of the day, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be playing Jump Force sometime again, but for some reason Jump Force just ended up stopping. Like, because of their update, it's been doing that. Like, I've been having a lot of just dropped blue screen games, so I can't record and it just stops recording whenever it does that. So with all that being said, my anime people, we get to see Francine straight up break herself out of a well, and she is modified to be weaker than she actually used to be. So somehow she still had that much power to destroy this well. We also learn that Eleanor is truly carrying the soft stone in her body just from how the well started to react to her and whatnot. So, and we also know that the soft stone is something that can actually help defeat the animatronic. So it's getting interesting. I hope you guys check this at least watch it when it's done. I'll be here to record all the episodes as they come, but I hope you guys at least give this anime a shot once it's fully here and you can actually, see what you've been missing and binge watch it. You're so lucky you'll be able to binge watch it, guys. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. So, have an awesome day, night, evening, whenever the case is you're watching this. And I am the Anime G. Make sure you guys share the content and, get your boy's name out there. And thank you guys so much for everything. I'm going to keep grinding daily, and I hope to see y'all here again. Alright. Oh, God. Peace.